So I'm going to start with the chicken now. Open this up and throw this out here. You can tell these look like, you know, chunks of chicken. Pretty easy. I don't know why they call them tenders, but they look like, you know, just regular old chunk chicken. Okay. And it'll work just fine for this recipe. And now, I'm going to take one egg. I'm going to beat an egg, beat it to a living pulp. Now, just beat it lightly. Okay. And I'm going to stir this up a little bit. I'm going to use the same whisk. Okay, and that goes straight in. Okay, now I'm going to take my soy sauce and put about 1 tablespoon on there. It's about a tablespoon. And a little teeny bit of salt. And a little bit of black pepper. And some more cornstarch. Now we're going to dust it just as much as we need to cover and coat. Because this is not going to be a thick batter on here. It's going to be a relatively thin batter. But we're going to mix this up, and if we need any more cornstarch, we can throw it in there. It wouldn't hurt. And we're going to make sure it's all coated with the egg and the cornstarch. But mostly we want to make sure it's covered with the egg, which means that the cornstarch has the egg in it, which will create the batter. Okay. Now that that is all nice and good, we'll get ready to fry. Now, I'm going to go wash my hands and be right back. Alright, well, now that I've learned that ventilation is key, as you can tell, I have the fan going here, and I should, I really shouldn't for this because you probably can't hear me too well, but I'm sure I have some editing tricks up my sleeve to be able to fix that. But ventilation whenever you're frying is key. Whenever you're deep fat frying is key, because you're gonna end up, there's such a thing as smoke inhalation. So it's fine right now, but before I start frying, see the sauce is nice and thick right now. Absolutely perfect. It gels up a little bit when it's cold, when it's cooler, but this should be quite fine. So let's start the frying process. We're gonna take our nice and clean hands, and we're gonna just drop these in one by one. They're not gonna take long, probably like 3-4 minutes a piece, maybe. But you don't want to drop all of them in at once. Because all you'll get is splatter. And they'll just stick together and it won't be fun. Okay. So, I'm going to take this out, drain it. I'm going to fry up the rest of this, and I will be right back with you. Well, as you can see, these are cooking up nice and golden brown, and I am going to take this out, drain them, Now you can tell these are a lot lighter than the other ones because the temperature actually went down on this oil. And they ended up a lot nicer. And a lot of the smoke is gone too. So, it's always a good thing. Plus I put, you know, more eggs in the basket this time. So, I got more in here, which means it cools it down a little bit more. So, there we go. All nice and cooked. And let those drain a little bit. Now, I'm going to serve this up for you. And come on in, Kim.
Hey.
And Kim is back. Say hi to Kim. Hi. And I'm going to dry that a little bit more. And I'm going to pop this right on the platter. Now, I don't like any broccoli or anything with it. I just don't. Whoops, lost one. I just don't eat broccoli. But I do absolutely love this dish. And whenever I get it without the broccoli. Or I just don't eat the broccoli. But here we go. I'm just going to pour that right on top of here. Ooh, that looks absolutely beautiful. Pour that right on top. Get as much out as I can. And now I'm going to mix that up a little bit. Now, can you go into the microwave and get my rice out? I made 2 cups of rice for this dish. And I love the rice cooker that I use. It's just specifically for rice in the microwave. Okay, that down there. And I'm going to grab a nice scoopful of rice on the side. Nice and hot there. A nice scoop of rice. The only problem with making rice in the microwave is that it ends up keeping its shape. So you gotta smush it out a little bit. But we're gonna throw a little bit on that side too. This is your favorite recipe, right?
Yes.
And definitely mine. And doesn't this looks like something you get in a restaurant, doesn't it?
Yes.
It looks absolutely wonderful. And now it's time, drum roll please, time that we're going to try this recipe out. There are your chopsticks. Here are mine. And let's grab a little bit of rice. Yeah, I should have just put these rice things on the plates in the first place, but that works. And there you go. Isn't she so polite waiting for me? So polite. You're welcome. Oh, wait. I can turn off this fan for now. And you can also hear the fan going on in the background.
Over there. Oh, wrong side.
No, yeah, it's behind her.
Yeah. Behind me.
So,
That way.
here we go. Let's try this out. Oh, God.
Yum.
Move over a little bit if you want. Get more in the shot.
Bye.
Oh. This is really, really good. And the texture of these are perfect for this recipe. Turns out just right. Well, that's it for this week's Juliet's Sunday Dinners. I want to thank everybody for watching today. I want to thank my friend Kim for being here and being the inspiration for this absolutely amazing, yummy, delicious. Yeah, that's the word. Dish. So, for everyone here, see you next time on Foodaholics 101.